Hello, Happy New Year. Welcome to another episode of Amazing Mother. I hope you're okay. I hope the new year is good so far. We are only 11 days, 10 thereabout into the new year. I hope it's going on well so far. And if it's not, it's too early. I mean, we can still pray about it. Even when it's going well, we can still pray about it. Have faith and have hope in whatever you're trying to do. I'm sure it will come to pass. Whatever you're going through will come to pass, and whatever you want to do, that will be done. If you believe in the Lord and be hopeful and also be positive. Attitude is a very big contributor to anything that we want to do. So I hope the new year is going well for all of you. For us, it's going well, but this Omicron thing, this wave, we went into the new year very sick. My partner, Liam, was not well as well. So I had to seek people in the house. And just when they were getting well, I was down too. But thank God we are past that now. But we went through a rough 2 weeks. So to those that are going through that at the moment, I hope you get well. And those that have been through it, you know what it really is, what it's like. And those that are taking people that are taking kids back to school, may your cups overflow. May the Lord keep providing. May your emptied pockets be refilled. Because we all know what going back to school can do to your pockets as a parent. So I don't have kids going to school, I have siblings, so I know. Yeah. Otherwise, Amazing Mother has lots of plans for this new year. We have lots of plans. We would love to have more mothers come onto the platform to share their stories with us. We would love to do more charity work. Oh, I didn't want to spill that right now, but yes, which will be doing a lot in 2022, and we cannot wait. Yeah, we cannot wait. But on this episode also, I wanted to just take you through three of the main things that I believe a new mother should know before they have a child, or even someone planning to have a child should know. These things I didn't know. Perhaps I had here and there, but I really didn't know. And looking for information for someone that's planning to have a child, or for an expectant mother, is key. You can Google, you can do YouTube videos, you can do social media, because you need all the information. So I believe the more information we put out there, the more help a mother will get, the more help an expectant mother will get, and the more help a planning mother will get. You will be advised. You will be advised. Advice is a very wide thing, but when you are pregnant, for some reason, everyone tends to advise you, and I'm not saying it's bad. For some reason, everyone tends to advise you, a mother, a friend, a colleague, your mom, an elder, everyone tends to advise you. And at some point, this advice becomes overwhelming. And you're like, what should I do? What shouldn't I do? You'll get unsolicited advice, even things that you do not expect. I'll give you scenarios of when I was actually pregnant, and the advice that I kept on getting. I remember when I was towards giving birth, I think I was about 7 months pregnant. And because of the anxiety, I kept on asking, how is it? How is the child delivery? I want to do it natural. I want to do it the normal birth. How best can I go through this? And I was told to get cooking oil, clean cooking oil, and put it down there. And the explanation was, it makes it soft. I felt weird about that. When you think of yes, cooking oil is slippery, but in my head I was like, how do do I put cooking oil down there physically? How will I feel? You know? And I was told, nywa emumbwa, beera active, tambula nnyo, kola bwoti, you have to make love a certain way when you're pregnant. The advice is overwhelming. It is too much. You'll find the good one, you'll find the unsolicited one, and there'll even be people that want you to be as pregnant as they were. If you're not doing that, that is wrong. For example, I have a colleague. She wasn't very active in her pregnancy. I think at about 5 or 6 months, 5 months, I think she stopped working. She was home eating, sleeping, and being well taken care of. She had a smooth birth. She gave birth naturally, and she didn't get any cuts down there, the perineal tears. She didn't get any. And when you find someone telling you have to be active, you have to be active, people's bodies are different. So, because personally I was very active and I also had a normal birth. So that is two different scenarios, and we all had normal births that were good. Well, I got perineal tears, I got cuts down there, but so that is the difference. That's exactly, in fact, the point. What I'm saying, that everyone will advise you differently. So for the advice, mine would be pray about it. When you go to seek advice, medical attention, first thing you can share with the doctor, is this okay, is this not okay? And secondly, you can pray about it, because some of these things doctors won't tell us, you know. I remember my gynecologist actually didn't mention anything about antenatal classes, but I would go for antenatal every month, but he didn't mention about the classes. So to me, I thought going for antenatal was actually the antenatal classes, until a friend of mine, Chris, was like, you know what, when do you start going for antenatal classes? You're 5-6 months into the pregnancy. When do you start? I'm like, I go for antenatal every month. Like, but there are different things that you're supposed to learn in the antenatal classes that you're not told. So when she started telling me what happens, I realized that the doctors leave out certain things. The gynecologists maybe don't tell us everything. So that's where all this information comes in, and the advice. So now what is key is pray about it. Pray about it. Share it with someone that you trust. And once it settles down well with you that, okay, I can do this, I've prayed about it, and if you feel it settles well with you, then you can go ahead and do that. Yeah, because the advice will always be too much, you know, it will always be too much, but information is good. What can we say? It's a social media era, you know, and we need the information. We need the information. Gender anxiety is real, and sometimes, unfortunately, it goes as far as mothers blaming themselves, thinking they didn't do something right because they have a different gender from what they expected. My story was, when I was pregnant, in the beginning, I didn't care what gender it was. It's a first child. If it's a boy, if it's a girl, we'll go with the flow. As long as it's our baby, we'll appreciate it. For me, it was, you know, it was a thing. And I kept on, to me it was okay. And when I shared with my partner, he was like, to me it's actually, it's okay as well. But I know we have beautiful girls. So I had that thing of, maybe it's a boy for him, but you know, he wants to make me comfortable. But to me, I was actually comfortable. And when we went for that scan, and we were asked if we wanted to know the sex, yes, we wanted to know. I had the anxiety within me, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to know, but I wanted to know. So fast forward, before we go for the scan, when I was 4 months pregnant, my friend came to see me. So when we went out for lunch, and I told him, you know what, I think I'm pregnant for Liam. Like, who is Liam? Like, I have a feeling it's a boy, and if it's a boy, I'm naming them Liam. I don't know. I feel Liam should be the name. Like, you know what it means? I'm like, no, I don't, but they should be called Liam. So it's actually after us talking that I actually go and find out the meaning of the name Liam. And when I told my colleague that, she was like, my dear, you don't even know it's a boy. It's too early, you know? So when we go for that scan, and we do the scan and we find out it's a boy, we're still in the scan room, and they tell us it's a boy, my husband actually breaks down, you know? He breaks down and he walks out of the scan room and he goes outside somewhere at the hospital and, you know, he cries. He was very emotional. So that's when I realized that he actually wanted a boy. So he was very lucky, you know, we were very lucky that he got a boy, you know. And me, I was excited because I mean, whatever gender was coming, I was going with that one. Yeah, so when we found out a boy, he was excited, but he was very emotional at that time. It took him about 3 to 5 minutes for him to come back to the scan room. Then, so gender anxiety is very real, that sometimes it doesn't go away until, in fact, all the time, it doesn't go away until you find out what baby you're expecting. But I also know that these babies come from God. They come from God and they are beautiful in whatever way. You may be looking for a girl and he blesses you with a prince that can, you know, be the most wonderful big brother that you can ever imagine. So gender anxiety is real, but once you see it kicking in, just pray about it. Just be positive and know whatever baby is coming is from the Lord, and there will be a blessing to your families. Now, labor anxiety, that one didn't go away until I was done and Liam was, you know, Liam was put here for me to feel him. The labor anxiety didn't go away. I kept on asking, and unfortunately, however much you ask, wanange nabuuza. I disturbed my colleague to Pista almost like every day. Every time I went to office, most when I clocked 5 to 6 months, like, girl, what should I expect? What should I do? Will I even be able to push? I'm so scared, you know? I don't know if I'll do this. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this. And lately, mothers actually ask and they know, no, I'm just going to do a C-section. I can't promise that that didn't cross my mind at some point. It did. And I told my partner, you know what? I think we should just ask for a C-section. Like, no, you're still very strong. You are still very active. I was actually very healthy, thank God. I was very strong. So the labor anxiety was a problem for me. I would even cry at the thought of what is going to happen to me in that labor ward. What is going to happen? Will we give birth to this baby? Will I be able to? What if I start pushing? Because I remember there is a colleague of mine I was talking to, an old friend, and she told me, you know what? If you feel you're not ready, just ask for that C-section. You don't want to go through what I went through. I went through the pain of trying to push, and then I also went through the pain of the C-section. So she's a mother to twins. Hey, Nalongo, Rita. So that also added on to it. I kept on being confused on what to do, but I did a lot of mombo. I was told it helps with a natural birth. I prayed about everything that I was told to do. So when I did it, I was comfortable with it. Like I was, you know, yes, we have agreed, we are going to do this. So I would share with my partner and we agree on what to do. So when we did everything, we did the mombwa, tuana dagala, bombo, all those herbs that they put, twabinaba, and twatuhanga tugaye kale tusaze utinje tugenda okola tujja kola ekyo. So and when we did all that, we were comfortable. So even at the last time I went, I went into labor, I was crying for both the pain and the tear. And when I was called, hey, I think it's time now, because we were walking around, wait for the centimeters to come. So when we were told, I think it's time now. Me who was praying that these centimeters actually come in 1 hour. I actually hoped they hadn't come. Like, oh my God, now that's when I turn into a pastor. I start praying, Lord, we are going to do this. We are going to come out of this winners. We will come out of this as winners. We'll give birth to a healthy baby. And that's exactly what happened. We manifested, we prayed about it, and we had a healthy baby. So whatever anxiety you have, gender, labor, or whatever advice you're getting, pray about it, and you'll be an amazing mother, because yes, you're an amazing mother.